You're watching BCTV. We're all about Brantford. You're watching BCTV, Brantford Government Television, a service of Brantford Community Television. This program is brought to you in part through the support of the town of Brantford.
Okay, welcome. We'll call the Board of Selectmen's meeting May 18th, 2022 to order. Item 1, to consider and if appropriate approve the Board of Selectmen minutes of May 4th, 2022 as corrected by the town clerk. Put that forward in form of a motion.
Second.
Move second. Discussion, edits, corrections, omissions. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 2, motion to go into, I'll put forward a motion to go into executive session to discuss pending tax appeals. We'll invite in Attorney Perito.
So moved.
Move seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'll make a motion to go back into regular session.
Second.
Move seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, for the record, no votes were taken while voted in executive session. Can I get a motion to approve the proposed settlement for 26 Linden Point Road?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
A motion and to approve 5 Lanfear's Cove Road as presented by Attorney Perito.
Motion to approve.
Second, discussion, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Item 3, to consider and if appropriate, approve a waiver for the bid and extend Thimble Island garbage collection contract between the town of Brantford and Thimble Island's Ferry Company LLC for an additional year in the amount of $14,675 effective July 1, 2022. So Thimble Island Ferry Company has been doing the collection of out on the islands. They actually took over this contract. The board voted to allow them to take over. They've done a good job. There's been no complaints. They've been consistent in their collections. As you may know, the town is currently looking at our recycling and municipal waste program. Spoke with the commission, Solid Waste Commission, on this matter. They were in agreement to extend this for 1 year. There is an increase of $2,000. I will just point out that that $2,000 increase is very close to what the town was paying for this same service 5 years ago. Thank you. 5 years ago. So given the fact with all the escalation of costs, their work performance has been an acceptable standard. The commission is supportive of it. So I will put that forward in the form of a motion.
I'll second it.
Move seconded. Discussion. Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 4, to consider and if appropriate approve a waiver in the bid and extend the management of bulky waste contract between the town of Brantford and Cherry Hill Construction, Inc. for an additional year at the cost of $125 per haul and $80 per ton for disposal effective July 2022. This is a no increase over the previous year. Similar situation. Met with the commission, discussed it. They were in favor of extending this 1 year while the commission and the town continues to evaluate and make recommendations with the program.
I'll move it.
Moves. I'll second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Item 5, to consider and if appropriate approve a waiver for the bid and extend the hauling of municipal solid waste contract between the town of Branford and Cherry Hill Construction, Inc. for an additional year at the cost of $20 per ton to haul to Covanta Preston and $18 a ton to haul to Covanta Bristol effective July 1, 2022. This is, once again, no increase over the previous year.
I'll move it.
Move second. Discussion. Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 6, to consider and appropriate approve a request from Fire Chief Thomas Mahoney to waive the bid for the purchase and installation of new electronics for the Marine 5 fireboat and award the contract to L&L in the amount of $27,285.09. Chief?
Thank you. So L&L is a local company that has extensive experience in putting electronics in boats, and I've provided you with a list of all the various emergency service boats. They do work for the Coast Guard, State Police, and a whole bunch of Connecticut DEP, and a bunch of other fire boats. Most of the pricing in their quote is GSA or beats GSA pricing, so, but the totality of the quote, including the labor, is over the you know, price to go out to bid. So we're, I'm hoping that you could agree with me that, feel that their reputation is worthy of awarding them the bid.
Well, I'll move it, and I've gone over the prices as I've already spoken to the chief about them. Haven't done this on the police boat in the past. These prices are in line. Everything's just more expensive right now, and you bring up a great point, is that boat can't afford to be down long, so you need a vendor that can get to it rapidly. So this really is decent pricing.
Okay, so I'll second Selectman Dunbar's motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, item 7, to consider and if appropriate, approve a request from Fireworks Committee to waive the bid for the 2022 fireworks display and award the contract to American Fireworks Display in the amount of $24,000.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So as in previous years, the committee went out to request quotes for the fireworks to be held in June. We solicited quotations from Zambelli, American Fireworks, and Atlas. Only Zambelli and American returned a quote to us. Our budget is $24,000. American Fireworks came in at budget at $24,000, and Zambelli's request was more than that at $33,300. So after review by the committee and looking at both proposals, the committee recommends going with American Fireworks because they're coming in on budget and they're providing us with more shells in the display.
Okay.
I guess the only question I have is, you went to bid then? Or you just
No,
didn't
we
advertise,
solicited
you just
it.
solicited prices?
Yes,
Okay.
They solicit directly.
Yep,
the
that's good.
prices. All right, so
I'll move it.
it's moved. I'll second it. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Item 8, to consider and if appropriate, approve an Arbor Day proclamation. This was, Arbor Day, as you know, was last month. However, we annually read this proclamation. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nations and the world, and whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our town increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now, therefore, we, the Board of Selectmen of the Town of Brantford, do hereby proclaim April 29, 2022 as Arbor Day in the Town of Brantford, and urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands and plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Put that forward in a form of a motion for
Second.
acceptance. Move seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 9, no correspondence. I do not have any correspondence. Item 10, any other business? Sir, come on up.
Good evening. Just directed to you, Jamie. Last meeting, you said that you would send me the results of the survey for the quarry. I have not received them here to inquire about that survey and the results of it.
Okay, I will check with if the engineering department have and get to you.
Yeah, this has been, it's a little frustrating because we've been talking about this for well over a year. And so far, alls I've gotten is promises and not any
Well,
results.
that's not true. I've been notified of the issues that have been going up there by others besides yourself. The town has engaged the operator of the quarry, has been engaged with the land trust, has also requested that the survey be completed and reviewed by the town engineering department. So that's where it is. So it has not been ignored. There hasn't been
I
excuses.
didn't say it was ignored.
Well,
I said
there's
I did
been-
not.
so-
I have not gotten any
Well-
correspondence in regards to that. And that is the absolute truth. I have not gotten any correspondence from you. If you have sent me some, then send it again or send it with proof to me that you've sent it in the past, because I haven't gotten any information from you on this survey or
Yeah, so I
the
haven't seen
condition
the
of the
survey
survey.
myself. I told you, the operator has said the survey was completed. They've been working with the engineering department. Our town engineer is away on a conference this week. Certainly when he comes back next week, I will talk to him. As far as you haven't had any response from me, every time I think you've brought it up, whether we're passing in the hallway or I think you were aware that town staff was going out there. I think you were aware that the engineering department was meeting. I think you may even been copied on emails where representatives from the land trust who were actively involved, as well as members of, or a member of the Parks and Open Space Commission was involved, correct? You were on those correspondence.
The
those
response,
emails.
the
Right.
response I got to you is we're working on it.
Yeah.
And every time I ask it for more specifics, I get no more specifics.
No.
Once again, no more specifics today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to, we could sit back here and I'm not going to have that argument back and forth, he said, she said. It's just, the situation is frustrating because they're still blasting there. And, I was on the impression, in a previous meeting, you said that once that survey was completed, then they would start blasting again, and that had not been the case.
Wait a minute, because I just want to correct, right, we won't go back and forth on this.
Okay.
But you just said, I had stated, once the survey is completed, they'll go back to blasting. No, the survey would determine the areas that they
So-
can work in.
so-
That's, so I didn't say, hey, once we get a survey, therefore we have the survey and they can continue to blast.
So-
They're continuing to operate under their lease agreement. There were some questions that came into the areas of disturbance that were, again, brought to my attention through a number of representatives from different committees or organizations.
Right.
I then forward those concerns and those questions to the town engineering department.
Right.
Who is also working with the representatives from those organizations, those stakeholders that abut the property, as well as the operator of the quarry.
Right.
So that is been ongoing and under works. So that's where it is. Do I have the survey? Have I haven't reviewed it? Did I forward it to you? You asked, is that something you can get? And I said, yeah, once it's filed, it's.
No, I asked if you would give it to me, if
Yeah,
you could
yeah,
go back
and-
and look at
yeah.
last
Please, let me finish.
session.
You asked for the survey. You said, is that something I can get? That's what, and I said, yes. We can get that. And,
And
all
I
right.
don't have it.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
well,
So-
when I have it to physically forward to you, and it's public record, which I assume it is, once it's accepted, I think that our town engineering department, that's the concern, is our town engineer should be reviewing it to ensure what is laid out, it matches what's the approved area to operate in.
And
That's
you-
the town entity.
you
That's
can-
an agreement with the town,
Okay.
okay?
And
So
you-
we were doing it, we're taking it seriously.
Okay, and as I've stated before,
Mm-hmm.
if indeed this blasting is taken outside of the area of the lease agreement, we can't put that stone back. Something has to be remediated, something has to be, so the longer this is delayed, and the longer that we're uncertain as to whether they are blasting in the right area or not, seems to me to be just bad management on several different levels here, because, once again, get back to my statement, you can't put the rock back. And, just funny, you have this whole big thing about Arbor Day and this proclamation, and the number of trees that they've cut down there, and the number of trees that are, as you stated this 5 minutes ago, so valuable to the town, are just being knocked down, wiped out, and nobody, as far as I can see, has been able to ascertain whether those trees should be standing still or not. There's a whole area there where I used to walk and be able to see lady slippers. That area is now blasted away. I mean, these are things that, if we're really environmentally concerned about our town, we should be on top of this, not postponing this until, well, somebody's on vacation, somebody's there. I understand that the wheels of government grind slowly, but this is really slow. And in the meantime, if they're still blasting there, it's literally getting into a bigger and bigger hole.
Can we ask them to not work in that area for a while, or at least
Let's
prevent that?
also be clear here. It wasn't as, hey, we have no idea what, as it's being represented is not accurate. All right, so as I said, the town engineer the engineering department did go out there with the GPS system, laid out some marks, and what was reviewed at that time, there was, where they were working and removing the rock was still within the area that is under their control per the lease agreement that was done many years ago, okay? There was another area that was perhaps disturbed in terms of, and the operator said, look, cleaning it up and working on it. And they have been developing, which, again, there's been multiple correspondence with, or been several correspondence with the land, representative of the land trust, as they are a stakeholder. They have a property that abuts as well. That a plan was being put in place to ensure that they don't disrupt and disturb that area. So,
but granted, the land trust is a stakeholder, but every citizen in the town of Brantford is a stakeholder.
yeah, right, so that's.
And
that's where I'm saying the town-
even if the land trust says, well, it's okay by our property, doesn't necessarily mean it's okay by open space or recreation area. So,
But
I
Dan,
mean, that's a concern, right?
Dan, and, right, and what I
Okay.
said was, the town, who represents the citizens of the town? The administration, the staff. That's why the town engineering department went out there. And I said that there was a member of the, who first brought this to the attention a while ago, before, was that there was concern they were getting close to the trail, was a representative of the Parks and Open Space Commission. So the interest of the residents is under consideration and being protected.
So when did this representative from the Open Space and Parks
Oh, it was a while
notice
ago.
that?
Notice, it was a while ago, several months ago.
Pardon?
Yes, easily last fall, maybe even longer than that.
Well, I've been at this for more than a year.
Yeah,
So, unless they've done it for more than a year, I think I'm the guy that's been, but even so, you can see the frustration if it's been this long and there's been no resolution and we're just kind of hanging there. It's frustrating. And meanwhile, I'm still hearing the blasting going on.
yeah, because it's an active quarry, and they,
As long as it's in the
their-
boundaries
in their-
of his lease,
right.
it's okay, but we don't know that for a fact. And that's a concern. It should be a concern for everybody.
Well, the engineer will be back next week, right? At
yeah,
some
and they'll
point in
have,
time.
yes.
All right, good, thank you.
Any other business?
Motion to adjourn.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
This program was brought to you in part through the support of the Town of Brantford. Watch town meetings and other videos on demand at BrantfordTV.org.